What is up, Internet Land? Zachamus Prime, aka Zachamus Prime, here with another Transformers Core Class video review for you. And today, the figure we're taking a look at is the Core Class Megatron from the Energon line. And Megatron, I used to have this figure. I used to have three different versions of this figure because I had the Megatron, I had the Galvatron, and I picked up that Galvatron at a Target in Burbank, California for like $40. I was just passing through and was like, oh. And then I also had the little what do they call it? Superlink version that was like Voyager sized instead of liter sized. But yeah, I dig it. So here he is in all of his tiny little, 3-inch glory or whatnot. You can do a lot with 3 inches if you know what I mean. So, but anyhow, yeah. So here he is, and he's pretty decent. Now he does come with some accessories, so he has these little guns which go on his shoulders. Usually you have him down in vehicle or in robot mode, put him up for vehicle mode. I'm going to put him down because I pretty much always had these deployed. And then he also comes with his tank. His tank, which is his body from when he was Armada. And you can see, it's super cool. I always like seeing all the details of the Armada, like gimmicks and stuff like that. Of course, they didn't work on the Energon version. They were just cosmetic, and they are doubly so here. But yeah, but it's funny because you can see the details from the speaker and the light that you had on the Energon version. You can see that reflected in here. Again, just cosmetic on this version, but they are functional on that one. You can stick it on either gun mode or flip it around for sword mode. And it's all right. It's kind of long, so when you bend his elbow, it's gonna collide with this. Now I like to put his wings all the way back, which, because his wings are very light, doesn't make him too back heavy. His heels are not super strong, but they're strong enough. So you can put them like that, and that'll help mitigate that issue there. But yeah, pretty decent little figure. I mean, it's not perfect in paint apps and whatnot. It would have been nice to see some clear green instead of this neon green, though. I mean, the neon green doesn't look bad. But yeah. He definitely holds that middle line between what you would expect and a McDonald's toy. It's not simplified enough to be a McDonald's toy. It's better than that. But anyhow, let's talk about his posability. Let's take off his accessories, which, by the way, for whatever reason, you can't put these in his hands. It's dumb, but you can do it. Actually, you can put it this way if you really... Can you? Yeah, there you go. Freaking gun daggers. But anyhow, let's talk about his posability. His head will rotate on this swivel. It will actually rotate all the way around. His arms are obstructed by these stupid little armpit tabs. I hate armpit tabs. And these ones are especially obnoxious because they don't even work all that well. Yay! But without his wings getting in the way, he'll go not even all the way around because those armpit tabs get in the way. But he'll go forward, he'll go back, he'll go out only a little bit because these are not fully cut up on the top, because of course you gotta have a place to plug in his little guns. He does have a ball jointed elbow for that much bend and a rotation. It's interesting that you can see the stippling in there. That textured look is called stippling, and it's usually done As a post process, they'll have like a little like bzzz tool and kind of gouge up that surface a little bit. That makes it so that the ball joint like grips better. It improves the like texture and interference of that ball joint so that it works better. And it does. You can tell that this ball joint doesn't feel like it's going to loosen up and whatnot. I like what they've done there. That's good. And you can actually see if we move his arm, his lower arm, his leg, you can see they've got that stippling on that ball joint. Hopefully that's something that we see more in the future. The future. No waist joint. He's got his leg moves that far forward and pretty much nothing back. He does have a cut thigh swivel. Of course, this is for transformation. Though to be perfectly honest, they could have made do with the regular like ball joint. Given what they've done on the ball joints, as the aforementioned stippling, I almost feel like they probably should have put in ball joints for the knees. The knees bend a whole lot, but like it is not a high quality joint. It is just a little friction. It's not even pinned. It's just a little friction fit. And like it's a deep bend, but like it's not a very quality bend. It doesn't have a whole lot of friction, especially in the bent phase of that bend. This one feels like it's got a little bit more, but on closer inspection, there's actually sprues. There's sprue marks on the inside of this plastic, and those are interfering with the with what looks like a palm piece here, polyalkyl methylene. This, thigh knee piece here, to give them a little bit more friction on this one. Maybe that's what they should have done. It was like, oh, by the way, guys, leave the sprue marks. And then he's got heels. He's got heels for days. But you're not really going to get much posability out of that because there's also this big old chunk back there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for posability on him. All in all, what you'd expect out of a core class. It's not like amazing, but it doesn't suck either. I'm going to put these back on just to prove that I can transform them with these on. I'm not going to put this on because, of course, this gets detached in transformation anyhow. So to transform this guy, what you want to do is you want to take his arms and rotate them all the way about. You want to screws these onto those armpit pegs, as useless as that will be. This panel is going to come around and kind of like tab into his torso there. You're going to take his legs, rotate them in 90 degrees, fold in his heel, and then bring this around. You've got this big old fat tab on the heel that's going to plug into a big old fat slot on his shoulder, like that. Probably should have done this first. Oh, I definitely should have done this first. I totally should have done this first. You do need to rotate his wings about. Let me put this back the way it was before. Attach that back on. Not to worry, we are still flying half a ship. All right, and then with this side, we're going to do the same thing. Rotate that in, fold this guy in, bring this all the way around until that tab plugs in. Oh, so much for my proof, guys. And then the wings just kind of sit down like so. You can put them down, down, down like that, but I don't really like the way that looks. It's really supposed to be up a little bit like that. And this kind of emphasizes one of the things that I hate about those armpit joints. The arms do not seat properly on those armpit pegs. And so these guns are freaking cross-eyed. That bothers me. You want to put this tank on there. You can, of course, put it sword first or gun first. Whoa. Actually, I'm seeing some inequality in those pegs. You can only put it gun first. But you can put the tank of the gun on the top. And yeah, he can shoot forwards with his guns. He's got guns here. He's got gun here. He's got guns here. He's got guns here. These do not extend out to flap, which is a little, to be understood, but still, that was one of my favorite things about the alt mode. But yeah, it decently passes off the Energon Megatron alt mode, and I think that's all right. No landing gear, but it's okay. You can just park right there, and we can pretend. And if anybody comes up behind him, he can stab him with his sword just by ramming himself forcibly backwards at high velocities or something of that nature. But yeah, there he is, Energon Megatron. He's all right. I'll give him that much. He is all right. Not the most amazing homage that I've seen, but you know what? Better than some of those other homages. Cybertron, fun if I may be so bold. But gosh, I could go for even a core class Cybertron Megatron. That would be cool. The car, mostly car with wings and robot mode aesthetic of him. That would be gnarly. But anyhow, that's all I got for today. Everybody, thanks for watching. You guys are fantastic. Everybody stay awesome and be good to each other. See ya. Bye.